Hi everyone, how are you? Today we will be looking at what all capabilities are there in a Cad Cam software so that we can use it with any CNC router machine. So this we will be discussing today. So what are the capabilities we have to look for while selecting Cad Cam software for a CNC router machine? So before going to that, we will see what's the purpose of a Cad Cam software. So you can see that Cad Cam has two part. Actually, one is CAD part and another one is CAM part. Okay, so in CAD, what we use what's the kind of files we want to create? We can draw from the for drawing purpose, that is we call as 2D drawing, and also 3D modeling we can do that, and also the CAD models we can bring from some other softwares also, like if you do something in Mastercam, you can convert it into some common format file and bring it to the other software like Power Mill or Power Shape, like that. So it's depend on whatever the CAD software you are used for designing. There will be a common format in which you can bring that software into another software. Also we can import the data from scan data, like that. If you can use a 3D scanner to create a CAD model, and that CAD model also we can bring as a machining entity. For that we call as a CAD model. So after this is two ways we can create. One is we draw ourselves or we design ourselves in the CAD software. Other one is we can scan the 3D data and we can bring inside the CAD software. And other one is that we can make in some other software also, that data also we can bring into the CAD software as a CAD model. Then this CAD model, once we make a CAD model, that CAD model what we made maybe just for our just for a drawing purpose or just for a modeling purpose, for our for collecting different data from that, or just for the display. This data we have to make that CAD model such like that we can use it for manufacturing, that we mainly here for machining, milling, like that operations. So for that we have to prepare the CAD model, set the CAD model for manufacturing or the machining. So we have to set that manufacturing drawing or design. Using that only we can move further to create the programming. So for programming we have to set the design. So it depend upon software to software. There is different ways to set the model for manufacturing. Then we have to set the raw material, so for the machining purpose. Then also we have to select the machining strategy. What machining strategy we have to follow? The different softwares have different machining strategies, like profile milling, pocket milling, profile cutting, area clearance, relief machining, rough milling, like that. Many strategies are available with the different machining strategies are available with different kinds of softwares. So we can select which strategy is going to suit for that particular application. Then in that machining strategy once selected, we have to give machining and tool parameters, also that what kind of tools you are going to use. We have to give the tool information, how much depth of cut you have to give, how much step over you have to give, what kind of machine movement we are expecting, and all those informations, and speed, feed, that also you can give. All material according to the material, any information has to give, that all we can give in the software itself to create a toolpath operation. So that after creating the toolpath operation, that toolpath operation directly will not be taken into a machine to run the machine, CNC router machine. So we have to do something called that we have to convert that data that can be understandable by a CNC router machine. For that what we call is convert or post process the toolpath. That toolpath to what we call we will convert into NC codes. Okay. So there is if you take different kinds of CAD Cam software, there is some standard post processor available from the commonly used machines and commonly used controller. There is a standard post processor available, or if you found that in our particular machine have a different kind of controller and different kind of parameters which cannot be directly processed by the standard processor, post processor. So we have to approach the software vendor to create a post processor suitable to that particular machine controller. CAD and CAM can be different packages or differ from different vendors also, and you can also get from the same vendor or same as a single package you can get with the different modules from the same vendor. So you can see the softwares, some of the softwares are only have the CAD designing capability, some of the softwares have the manufacturing capability alone, and in some vendors coming with softwares have both the capability, like that it can also do the design and also programming, okay, manufacturing what we call. So example like ArtCam, then you have Carco, then we have Mastercam, you can have UGCam. They also have different modules, they have different modules they do, because big softwares have so many number of modules in a single package itself. They give different modules. So you can find out different kind of vendors with the different kinds of software packages available in the market. So next we will see that how Cad Cam is connected with the CNC router machine. So we understood what is the purpose of Cad Cam now. So we will see how Cad Cam is connected to CNC router machine. So you know that CAD is for the design, and Cam, that we in Cam what we will create a machining data. Okay, so that machining data we will use a post processor to make it understandable by a CNC router machine. So we will convert that data that is understandable by a CNC router machine. Then you know that CNC router machine is independent of Cad Cam software. CNC router is not bothered about which Cad Cam software the NC code is made. So it is independent of what the Cad Cam software you are using for creating the NC code. Because if you create in any Cad Cam software, once you post process, that will create an NC code that can be readable by that particular CNC router machine. So it's actually not depend upon the Cad Cam software. You can make a program in any Cad Cam software. However, when you going to select a Cad Cam software for a CNC router machine, we have to look at the different capabilities of Cad Cam software that is required or suitable to that CNC router machine. So what are the capabilities what we have to look in Cad Cam software? Next we will look at. See, first is the designing part. So you can see specialized softwares for different kind of applications. Like that you can have footwear designing. If you want to do that, you have, because in CNC router machine sometimes you have to make the sole of a footwear or like that. So we may have to design that in a particular software meant for that particular kind of design. And jewelry making also, you have different type of jewelry making designing softwares are available. Signage also, you have some special software especially for signage applications. Wood carving also, you have some specialized application software is there. For pattern making, you may have to go for some high-end softwares, but engineering aspect is more is there. So it's depend upon different kinds of application. There is some specialized softwares are available. Even though you don't have the specialized softwares, also you can make it. The ideal thing is that if you have that particular software that is more specialized to design particular thing, you can use that particular CAD software. And once you make in that particular CAD software, you can bring into any of the CAM software also. You need not to bother about that particular vendor itself is giving us CAM software or not. If he is giving both CAD and CAM together, it's well and good. So that is the first point, that is the design aspect. Next is programming in CAM side. So we have to see that software has the capability to program for multiple axes. because multiple axis, if it's depend upon your CNC router machine. If your CNC router machine is 2 axis, 3 axis, 4 axis, 5 axis, or any other multiple axis, so you have to see that it's capable to program for the multiple. Some software will not have the capability to go for multiple axis programming, so you have to see that. If your CNC router has the multiple axis, then you have to multiple axis machining capability, then you have to go for the multiple axis programming software. Then the third one is the capability to program from different axis layout. You can see that the structure of the construction of a CNC router machine varies from one to another, and you can see sometimes the tool or the spindle maybe sometimes horizontal, or sometimes it's vertical structure is maybe like that. And also the axis movement, like suppose if you take fourth axis, what will sometimes the fourth axis will be like that, it will be rotating the moving the tool. In some cases it will be rotating the workpiece. So the software should have the capability to program for that kind of layout also. Then the other one is that availability of post processor according to different controllers. So some softwares have lot of inbuilt post processor available of different types of controller. So you can see that your software have that capability to provide the post processing for your particular machine. So generally low-end machines, most of the software will have that capability. Even they can go for the generic codes, it will be working. But if you have special some features, then we have to go look into that. Then sometimes you will not have a standard, that is that built-in software post process may not be available. Then you have to approach the software vendor to get that post processor get done, that will suitable to your CNC router machine features. So that was the fourth point. Then we have to look for the capability to program for multiple tools handling and tool change, and some software have only single tool programming capability. So we have to see that also, if your machine has multiple tool handling, multiple tool changer is there, then you have to look for that which can do the programming also. Then some software has some special capability to avoid collision, and other special features like will be there, like it can restrict the movement of tools to a certain area. It will not go there. It will we can also able to specify, okay, this place there is clamp is there, this space some obstacle is there, the tool should not move to that area, or some movement should not happen. Like that we can also control, that kind of control also available. Sometimes you may require a software with that kind of capability, so you have to look for that Cad Cam software you are going to purchase have that particular capability also. Then some special functions, if it is the like pallet changer, then coolant on and off, and door open and close, light and on, all that if you want to integrate in the programming stage itself, then you can look for that software has that kind of capability also. Hope that these points will be helpful for you while you are going to select a Cad Cam software for your CNC router machine. If you have any queries regarding this, you may also put in the below comment box. I will try to answer that. You also can join my group or Telegram group, or in my webinar, that where I am helping people to achieve business success in CNC routing business. Thank you very much.